Hi and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this video I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your person reading. There are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the Celestite. Group 2 is the Amethyst. And group 3 is the Citrine. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you'd like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the Celestite. So I'm going to start by pulling some tarot, and I'll use these as the framework for the channeling. Then I'll dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense, using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part, or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. So, what does your person want you to know right now? Okay, we have Death, the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the High Priestess, Knight of Cups, 6 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. I'm going through a major transition at this point in time. I am not the same person that you once knew. And the version of me that is struggling to push through what seems like cement, which I am embedded within, has become acutely aware of the nature of who you are to me and what I must do in order to rectify the situation between the two of us, which is something that I should have come to my senses and embarked upon long ago. I fear that it may be too little too late by the time I emerge from this chrysalis of transformation that it was high time I stepped into. Willingly, I am going through this process, although on days it feels like a better idea to try to run back into the memories of who I once was, that version of me that gave you such hope and left you with a feeling of a series of questions that may never have answers, that you just stuffed away and held on to, and the nature of which I can only fathom, and the fact that they exist at all haunts me so profoundly, deeply within my soul. You are everything that I have been seeking in another person. You are a gift from on high to me. And I did a terrible job of cherishing the gift of your heart when you presented it. I I was too distracted by what I thought mattered, what made the most sense, the path that I had just been walking aimlessly, trying to get by, trying to live what I thought was my life to the very fullest, not recognizing at the time that true abundance, lasting abundance, a wealth that exists the span of time, had presented itself to me in the form of you. I saw deeply into the layers of my own soul the first time we made eye contact. I was mesmerized and terrified, and that continues to be something that I struggle with. This element that I am so drawn to you, and yet at the same point in time I recognize that I must step through the fire of personal transformation deeply within me in order to embrace the full potential of what can, should, and if I play my cards right, will unfold between the two of us in time. I am hopeful about what the future can hold for us, and it is this hope that keeps me going day by day. In the most difficult of times, there is a flicker of your memory. There is a reminder sent from on high, or there is simply the place that I go deeply within, where you continue to live, and we exist together, beyond all the difficulties and all of the trust that was broken, and the words that were spoken that hurt and that haven't quite left. The swords that were embedded are still there, I'm certain, within your heart, because they're within mine as well. And we owe it to ourselves to create healing for each other in this lifetime, to step into the vibration of harmony we were always meant to be in with one another. I accept my role in this situation at this point in time, and I am doing everything that I can to make change for myself so I can step forth to you as a changed version of me. At this point, empty promises won't suffice. I know there has to be proof that is irrefutable, that I mean what I say when I offer you my heart one more time. So I hope that you will be pleased with the version of me that emerges from this period of transformation, whatever that might look like. I know that once there was such a dance of synchronicity between us, such fulfilled dreams that existed in energy without words even needing to be spoken. And I hope that essence is still able to be savored and captured and brought forth by the two of us when next we meet. I think of you often, and you are my motivation to continue to excavate this better version of me to present to you. So those are your messages in terms of signs. With cups, we've got water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Swords is air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Pentacles is earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Wheel of Fortune is mutable energy, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius. The Empress is Taurus and Libra. Death is Scorpio, and the High Priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So let's see, what else does your person want you to know right now? Okay, and they say there is so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. I am in love with you, and I am ready to take action. I want to build a beautiful life with you. Letting you down was the worst decision I made. I am feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. I wasn't honest with you about my feelings at the time. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold. You were my best friend, and I cherished our friendship above all others. I still see your smiling face in my mind's eye. And I fantasize about getting a second chance with you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name if you or your person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got M, W, Z, L, U, T, E, F, H, A, U, V, S, J, C, N, A, L, R, I, and Y. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of that out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the Amethyst. So I'm going to start with some tarot, and I will use these as the framework for the channeling. Then I'll dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first part, or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. So what does your person want you to know at this time? Okay, we have the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, King of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, the Moon, and the Queen of Wands. No matter how much I try to stuff my feelings down or run away into the list of excuses why it's too soon to proclaim my devotion to you, or all the reasons why, if we were to take steps forward, things would inevitably fall apart between the two of us, or all of my flaws and shortcomings that always seem to hold me back from speaking what is in my heart and has been on my mind as far as you are concerned for quite some time. All of that pales in comparison to this magnetic draw that I feel from you to me. I am like the ocean tides, helpless in your lunar glow. My heart has surrendered fully to the idea of you. It's my ego and my fears and my overactive imagination that gets the best of me. For everything that I have revealed to you in the times when you feel that we have been so close, or you may have questioned if the chemistry, the very palpable sensation of being drawn in, the synchronicities, the electricity which fills the air even when we are at a distance from one another and simply talking. I know you must have asked yourself, is this all in my mind? Am I making this all up? Certainly I've asked myself these same questions, and it is stumbling around these questions that has led to this period of time where I have held myself back. I have wanted to over-perfect, confessing my truth to you, and it is now becoming harder and harder, even more awkward the more that I think about it. I don't know why I retreat into this place of over-perfectionism when the answer is so clear that these feelings are real, they're deep, they're worth exploring, they're worth giving it everything that we have in order to see what comes next. I am operating on the assumption, and it is helping me to move beyond this space of over-intellectualizing everything and trying to take a rational approach forward, when truly this is a matter of the heart and all those rules go out the window, and I am merely required to trust. But the more that I lean into this space of feeling, if I am tangled up in all of these knots in my mind, then certainly you as well are in some kind of a web or a fog, not knowing which way to turn, if your feelings are real, if you should say something, if you should wait around, if you should close your heart to the idea of me, or if there is still hope and potential that I might do something rather than just plan things out. All of this shared monologue between the two of us, it's helping me to find my way through this cacophony of illusions that has me running from one excuse to great idea to text message that I've typed out only to delete later, to just the silence inside where I have asked for answers. I have asked for signs and synchronicities, and they have rained down upon me in buckets. I cannot ask for any more confirmations to what I already know. You are holding in this very moment, in the essence of everything that you are, the key to a very deep chamber within my heart that I didn't even know existed. It is your light and your presence which has shown the way beyond the surface level, the puddles that I had called love before, the ways in which I kept myself at a distance from feeling anything too intense and too deep, out of fear of losing it or losing myself. And yet with you, all of those excuses collapse. It's a sense of that it is safe to explore something more. And I'm not used to that sense of safety in anything in my life. And so I've run to the safe haven of my chattery little mind that will come up with all the motivation to move forward towards you with honesty and truth. And just as many, if not more, excuses to wait until tomorrow. Wait for better timing. Ask for another sign. And at the end of all of that, I feel you there, patient, persistent, gyrating along these same polarities of what's real and what's illusion in this circumstance. Is there anything worth preserving or fighting for, or exploring or speaking about? Or is this some kind of prelude to what a deeper relationship, a real relationship, between us would look like. And it's questions like that that have me off to the races again, keeping myself, my heart locked away and at a distance from you. I sense that you see beyond this illusion and you understand on some level what is going on with me. That makes me feel vulnerable and exposed and yet strangely comfortable as well. So, in the meantime, I guess I'll try to just let my mind wear itself out to the point where there is no other option, or you're the one that speaks first on these things. Either way, I know that I can't remain so aloof from you for very long. There's a truth that needs to be spoken. It is blocking both our path forward, one way or another. We need to find out. We need to speak what is so palpable between the two of us out loud. I am ready to see where this tide can take us. I'm scared. I'm terrified of what might unfold between us. And there's a part of me that feels that terror of this level is only something which could exist as the opposite side of the coin of love. And so I just need to change my perspective. Allow myself to utter those words which change everything. And watch as the reality of this fear is revealed to what I feel might be the deepest love story either of us has ever known. It weighs on me with that magnitude. It's a significant conversation which needs to take place. It's words and affirmations given to you, because I know we both need some reprieve from all of this tension and the palpability of unspoken words hanging so heavily between us, even in the times where our conversations flow like water. So those are your messages in terms of signs. With cups, we've got water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And the moon is Pisces and Cancer. So let's see, what else does your person want you to know right now? Okay, and they say, everywhere I go, I look around as if you will magically be there. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong to take out my frustration on you. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Our love was too intense for me to handle. I needed to break away. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. There is so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. When times got tough, I gave up on you too soon. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. And I'm haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. So let me actually move these up here, make room for the initials. These initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or can spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got M, R, W, S, V, V, C, O, Q, W, B, N, C, M, O, and T. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. You chose the Citrine. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I will dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first section or can serve as additional messages for you from your person's higher self. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. So what does your person want you to know right now? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, Justice, the High Priestess, the Moon, Four of Wands, the Empress, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. I feel so balanced when I am in your presence. You help me to recognize a better version of me is quite accessible, not buried as far beneath the surface as I had once thought. I feel capable of so much more for myself in terms of how I'm showing up in my life as a whole and what I want to offer you that previously in other connections hadn't been valued, hadn't been cherished, had been overlooked. The very nature of who I am, the best qualities of me that I had to stuff down, suppress, and deny, try to be on my best behavior, walk on eggshells with others. But with you, I feel accepted as my entire self. On the good days and the days when I would rather just sit there in silence, internalize everything that is going on inside of me, I feel that you hold space for me in such a beautiful way that both challenges me to make the most of all of these fluctuations of mood and internal circumstance, and also respects my need for boundaries and my need to be closer to you, to learn how to love you, to study and evaluate you, not so that I can play any sleights of hand or tricks of the mind, but just so that I can get right the recipe of what brings that best smile out on your face. I know that you have been through difficulties in your past, and for everything that I am aware of, I can only imagine what it is that you hold inside. And yet you wear your disappointment like the most beautiful gown. I know you might think it to be a suit of armor, that you have to be cautious with who you give your heart to, because everybody is here to just take a little piece of you. I've sensed that from you. I've been patient as we have built up to this point with one another, and I'm not trying to rush you in your process. I understand you as a deeply complex human being who also presumably has layers within them that hasn't found the right circumstance, the right person that could see and appreciate these things and say, yes, you are acceptable even for the shadowy components of who you are. But the more I get to know you, the more I learn you, the more I learn about myself by so much of the fullness of who I am being brought out into the open, the more I am certain that to dive in deeper with you, to invest in something substantial and true and real, would be a path that would not lead to disappointment for either of us, but would in fact lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment than we have ever known. That is why I'm treading carefully with you. I'm moving cautiously. I don't want to go all in too quickly. And I understand that you are not the type of person, not at this stage in your life where you will just wait around, content to sup on crumbs when you know you are worthy of so much more than that. So there is a pressure for me to be consistent with what I am showing to you. There's a pressure for me to continue to remind myself in the times that I forget that I have never felt so seen and accepted by another person, and that this is a qualification for love that I didn't feel worthy of before. I didn't think it was out there. I had scratched it off my list of requirements, telling myself that maybe these aspects of me that have found a home with you, maybe they were unlovable, they were unusable, they were mistakes, just junk rolling around inside of me. But you helped me to make sense of all of these jumbling pieces, and together I recognize that I am so whole just as I am, and it is only in the reflection of you and the way in which you make me feel, the way in which you carry yourself, independently and when we are having time with one another, that helps me to understand that I need look no further than deeply within myself for that state of contentment and passion and peace in every moment. It was right there staring me in the face the whole time, and I couldn't see it, not until you came along and are the embodiment of what I have been striving for within myself but always felt was so elusive. You help me to make sense of me, and that is a gift. It feels fated, our intersection with one another, and I'm enjoying the unfolding of the mystery of that as well. I'm taking note of subtleties, even if we don't discuss these things out loud. I have cataloged them. I see and analyze everything. It's just my nature. I'm a fascinated person. It borders on obsession at times, but in this instance it feels healthy. It feels like something that has a deeper spiritual meaning to it, like it's nourishment for my soul, which had been starved for so long for anything of substance. So I will try as best as I can to rein myself in, so that the shadowy qualities of overenthusiasm when I have discovered such a treasure as you don't spoil what we have built with one another up to this point in time. But please know that for my reserved demeanor and the ways in which I try to do everything by the book and in a very diplomatic and respectful fashion, so that when we crack open this potential between us to the fuller and next expression of what we can be, what I hope we will be with one another, that I will be a well-equipped version of myself who has done the research, who has studied you endlessly, who has recognized your patterns and has started to find ways in which to rewrite the patterns within myself so that there is more cohesion internally for me and as a result between us. I hope this is something that you are pleased with, that you like this better version. Not even a transformation, but just a stepping into the fullness of who I really am. Out of the shadows and into the light, you will be the first person that gets all of me, the entirety of me, and doesn't flinch, and doesn't run away, and keeps returning, and holds space for me at the times when I need to retreat deeply within myself only to reemerge. And I love this flow and fluidity between us, this acceptance. Thank you for showing me a different way that human interactions could be like, and for also showing me a different path to that peace which was so elusive this whole time. Thank you for helping me to recognize this wholeness that I am inside, which in many ways is a reflection of all the wholeness and poise that I sense with you. Even in the times where you may feel uncertain, you carry it so well. You are an inspiration and a motivation for me to continue to lean in deeper, to let my feelings come out gradually and then all at once. I won't continue to tease the matter. Please rest assured that there will be very obvious and irrefutable demonstrations on my part that invite you, that welcome you, that introduce you to these deeper layers of who I am, that I have only discovered and in many ways finally choreographed for myself, thanks to you. So those are your messages in terms of signs with wands. We've got fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Cups is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Pentacles is earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. The moon is Pisces and Cancer. High priestess is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Justice is Libra, and the Empress is Libra and Taurus. So let's see, what else does your person want you to know at this time? Okay, and we have, I am haunted by us. I didn't follow my heart, and now I don't know how to let you go. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? I let my ego get in our way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. There is so much unspoken between us. I need to tell you how I really feel. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. I worry that you've moved on and this is all in my head. Is it? Do you still think about me? Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? And I knew you were right, but couldn't admit it to myself or you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your person, or could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got Q, S, N, G, C, M, P, T, X, U, Y, D, D, L, R, C, and F. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. If you'd like a personal reading, I offer them through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to that in the description box of the video. I offer a variety of pre-recorded video readings, written readings, and channeled letters. Turnaround time on everything is 5 to 7 days from the time of purchase. I also sell handmade jewelry, dream catchers, and sun catchers if you're interested in checking any of those out as well. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.